Okay, so today I want to show you how to achieve a design on your neck. This is my neck. This is the neckline, but I want to put a design. I want to put this so that it looks nice. Okay, so first thing we'll do is, this is the neckline. It has been cut out. Okay, so I cut two pieces of this. I cut two pieces of this the same exact way I cut the neck. The exact way I cut the neck, that's how I cut this. Then I ironed stay on it. I used paper stay for it. So after ironing it, I then bent the edge and ironed neatly. I ironed it very neatly so that I won't have folds when I'm sewing. I turned and I ironed the back also, so it's looking very nice and very neat. So by the time I start sewing, I will not be struggling to bend it. It's already bent. So I'm going over to the machine, and the first thing I want to do is, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. You can see my dart marks. So I'm going to sew from the wrong side. I'm going to start sewing like this. I'm going to start sewing like this. This is the wrong side. You can still see my mark. The right side of the fabric faces the wrong side of the main cloth. So I will sew like this and then flip it over to the other side. So by the time I'm turning it, by the time I turn it, by the time I flip it over, I would have this. I will have it neatly sewn on the right side. Okay, so let's go over to the machine. Alright, so we are at the machine right now to sew the neck that I was explaining earlier. So this is the wrong side of my fabric. You can see my line, and this is the right side. This is the right side of my design, or the facing, but I want the facing to be like a design. So I'm going to place this, okay, on it, and pin. Remember, pin is your friend, not your enemy. You try and pin your clothes, it makes your job neater. Alright, so start the sewing now. So only a very tiny portion, less than 1 cm. When you're sewing around the neck area, don't sew too big. Don't allow your stitch to be too big. And sew 0.5 cm, that's nice. See, when you tie and cut your thread. I hate threads on it. It makes it look tacky. So this is the second part, because it's the back of the neck. It's the back of the cloth rather. So this is right side again to the wrong side. Then I'm going to notch. See my sewing? I'm going to notch really tiny notches so that it will relax properly. I'm just giving it tiny snips. You see, tiny snips. Okay, so I'm going to sew it down. Now you can see I want to top stitch. I want them to face the facing. This sewing, this excess is going to face the facing like this, not the cloth, because I'm sewing on top of the facing. also a very tiny stitch. It is supposed to hold it down to prevent it from moving. By the time you start to wash this cloth, you will see that the neck will start moving from its original position, the sewing. So this will prevent your facing riding into your main cloth. So we're going to do the same for the other side. I'll notch again, very tiny. Don't get to the stitch. We get to the stitch, you cut it out. Something very small. Okay, that's done. So you have this. I hope you can see my stitch. Okay, so I'm going to bend it down like this now and pin. I'm going to pin. I'm supposed to iron it. It makes it neater and faster to sew. Then you see if you've made any errors, you will see immediately before you proceed any further. So because of the ironed fold we made, it will make our sewing neater and faster also. So I'm going to start stitching from here, just a tiny piece to hold it down and to make it also look like a design. If you have pinned it down, it will stay in place. So here you have your design of your neck you desire. So this is what it looks like finished. So I'm going to iron it and then take a picture and show you again. So this is what it looks like ironed. Very neat. So this is our designed neck. We did a facing and used the facing as a design. So go try it out and let's see how yours turns out. Thank you for watching.